All right, welcome. I'm Peggy McColl, and I want to walk you through what the difference is between successful people and failures. I was thinking this morning about self-esteem and how important a strong self-image is to success. And that when I really look at anyone who's accomplished amazing things in their life, that they all had a number of very common characteristics. And one of them was a strong sense of self. They felt good about themselves. They had a strong self-esteem or self-image. Now that's only part of it. So what I'm going to do over the next few minutes is walk you through a presentation that I've created just for you on the difference between success and failure and cover off the top 6 characteristics of what they are. Now, the truth is that successful people are willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do. But here's what I want you to really know and understand, that success is not complicated. Success is not reserved for a select few. Anyone who has a desire, like a real desire, and is willing to do the work, we'll talk about the work in this presentation a little, anyone who's willing to do the work can create success. Unexpected, but they must follow through. So watching this presentation is a great idea. Paying attention, taking notes, a fabulous idea, a valuable idea. It will serve you for sure. But what will serve you even more is to follow through. So I'll give you some suggestions as we're going through this, but make sure that you follow through. And I've got something for you at the end that I absolutely recommend that you go and check out as well. So here are the 6 main characteristics of a successful person. They believe in themselves. That's self-image, that's self-esteem. That's what that is. They have a vision. Now, when I say vision, I'm talking about a vision for their life. They've set some goals, stretch goals, something so exciting, so exhilarating that it gets them up in the morning and keeps them going all day long. They recognize temporary defeat as a learning opportunity. They are daring, courageous. They act despite fear or in spite of fear. They're extremely disciplined with their daily habits. They are persistent. So let's look at each one of these. Now, I believe there's 3 of these blocks that are very similar. For example, they recognize temporary defeat as a learning opportunity. That's someone who's persistent. They keep going. They're daring, courageous, and act despite fear. Well, that's also a sign of a strong self-image. And it's someone who will go past anything that they feel is a block or something that's holding them back. They'll go for it anyway. There's a book that was written many years ago that I read called Feel the Fear and Go for It Anyway. And just think about that for a moment. So let's look at a strong self-image. Now, as you're listening to this, here's what I'd love for you to do. Do not judge yourself, criticize yourself. Simply have the awareness and the understanding to know whether this is referencing you or not. And if you don't have a strong self-image or a strong sense of yourself, that's okay, because it is easy to build. And I'll explain to you at the end of this presentation how you can build a very strong self-image. So people that are successful, this is really important that you understand this. And I believe every single successful person has this. At some level, they believe in themselves. They believe in themselves. They believe in their dreams. They have faith. And they may not have had a strong belief in themselves from an early age. I didn't. I was extremely insecure. The self-image that I have today was built. It's like an emotional muscle that you must focus on, and you must discipline yourself. We'll talk about discipline in a moment, until it becomes a part of who you are. You want to feel so good about who you are. You are a gift to this world. You've got so much power that's within you. You have so much capability, ability, what you can do, and you're only using a tiny fraction of it. So start to believe in yourself. And as I said, I'll explain to you how you can do that in a little bit. Having a vision means that you're dreaming big. You've got a goal that's so exciting. You don't know how you're going to accomplish it. And the great news is you don't have to know how, but you've got that dream. You've got a vision for where your life is going. but you're feeling as if it's here right now. It's important to feel as if it's right now. So when we're talking about having a vision, we're not only talking about setting a goal and having that goal, we're talking about you having the vision in your mind, in your imagination, to see yourself right into the goal, into the extraordinary life. That is what successful people do. And they'll do it over and over again, not once in a while, not sometimes, but they'll do it on a regular basis. So if you don't have a vision, you definitely want to get one. All right, let's look at this as well. Recognizing temporary defeat as a learning opportunity. You know, a lot of people really believe, like when they're observing successful people, they think it's just smooth ride all the way to the top. Well, it's not. I don't know anyone who hasn't gone through challenges. It's just part of life. It's just part of what it is. And experiencing success and creating success involves what some people might call failure. But you can fail your way all the way to the top. And the people that are failing their way all the way to the top are people that recognize that failure is just temporary, or it could be a learning opportunity. What can you learn from this experience? What's great about what happened? What can you take of value and perhaps use it to help you get even further? That's what a successful person would do. They have a very positive attitude. Now, I said I'm covering off 6 characteristics. There are a lot more than just 6, but I'm talking about 6 very important characteristics of a successful person. And another one is they're daring. Successful people are willing to act in spite of fear. They may feel the fear, but they go for it anyway, just like that book that I mentioned earlier. And the important thing to remember is that if or when you're feeling fear, just recognize there's your opportunity to grow. There's your opportunity to build more faith. There's your opportunity to strengthen yourself. So fear is actually a part of success, or it's part of the journey of success. So when it occurs for you, when you're feeling fear, just recognize what it is and that it's only temporary, and act anyway, because when you act, that's how the fear goes away. Now, if you think about self-image, we talked about a moment ago, self-image is also a part of someone who's courageous. You see, you could create a self-image about yourself that really relates to these aspects that I'm covering off here in this presentation, and call yourself courageous and speak about how daring you are and that you have a very clear vision and you see yourself living your dream life. That's part of what you can believe to build a strong sense of who you are. Disciplined every single day. Every single day, successful people are involved in doing things that are taking them in the direction of their goals. Now, these are often referred to as habits. So when you get into the habit of success, what's great about that is it becomes very natural for you. You are disciplined. You don't have to think about doing these things, these disciplines. Now, let me give you some examples of some disciplines. One of my absolute favorite and most powerful techniques that I utilize to create my dream life over and over again, to stretch myself, to accomplish my amazing stretch goals, is by creating and listening to my Power Life script. Now, that has become a habit for me. So when I came up with the idea of writing a Power Life script in the present tense, using only positive words that clearly describes who I am as a successful person, that clearly describes the way I'm choosing to live my life. And as I listen to it, I record it, of course, and as I listen to it, I can really feel and connect to the emotions. Now, when I first did that back in the 1990s, it wasn't a habit, but I created it as a habit. It was one of my daily disciplines, just like gratitude became a daily discipline, just like reading affirmations every single day became a daily discipline, just like doing mirror work became a discipline. So when you discipline yourself doing positive things that are contributing to you, to your success, to strengthening your emotional beliefs, you're going to positively change your life. Now, the opposite is true. Change your habits and start doing things that failures would do or unsuccessful people will do. That'll change your life as well. But you must understand it does take time. But disciplined is a way of being for successful people. They are simply disciplined. They have created either rules for themselves, or they've made a commitment to certain things that they're going to be doing every single day, like studying. I study every single day. That's a discipline. And that discipline will also positively change your life. So check in to see if you're disciplined as well. And of course, persistence. Persistence. I wrote a book called Be a Dog with a Bone, because I realized many years ago that if you don't hold on tight to your dream, even though when you feel like dropping it or somebody's trying to pull your dream away from you, you're never going to accomplish success. You got to hold on tight and not let it go. And look at the image that's on the screen right now with a gentleman who looks like he's going for a destination, but there's another gentleman who also looks like they've been, attempting, trying to get to where they want to go, and they gave up. And there's a story called 3 Feet from Gold, which is about a story about a gold miner, about a gentleman who had bought this land to mine for gold. And he went mining and digging and didn't find gold. He gave up. So he sold the property, sold the equipment that he bought. The gentleman that bought it hired some experts, brought them in, and realized that the previous owner had quit digging when he was 3 feet from gold. Do you realize that most people do that? They give up when they're 3 feet from gold. Well, I want you to understand that persistence is a part of success. When you're persistent, you're going to find that you're going to keep going when others have given up. The truth is, it's not crowded along the extra mile. There is enough success for everyone and anyone. There's enough abundance in this world. There's an unlimited supply, and it's all yours for the asking. I want you to get excited about your dreams. I want you to get excited about who you are and what the potential is for you. Because when you follow through and you do the things that unsuccessful people aren't willing to do, then you're going to be successful. So what I suggest that you do right now, action is really important. This is another part of the characteristic of successful people. They take action. I talked about daily discipline. That's an action as well. Now I have some resources for you. You can go to peggymccall.com, the front page of my website, and you're going to find that we're giving away a free ebook, and it's a study guide. It's for the Power Life script. You can check it out. It's free. And we also have events that are there. Whenever we're doing a live event or any type of event, you can go to our website and you will find information right on the front page. Also, when you download that free ebook, what that will do is it'll put you into our database. So we will notify you anytime that we're going to be doing a new event or something that we have coming up. I also recommend that you connect with us on social media, on Facebook. We have private groups on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. And like the video. Also share it with other people. If you care about someone else and you want to help them succeed, then what I suggest that you do is share with other people. It's another characteristic of successful people. You'll find that successful people are really generous, extremely generous. Bob Proctor is my mentor and my friend, and he is wildly successful. I consider him the best success coach on the planet today. And he is also the most generous person that I've ever met. And I'm not talking about generous with his money. He's generous with his knowledge. He's generous with his time. He's generous with his energy. He is an incredibly generous person. Hence the reason why I suggest be generous with this, share this with others, invite people. And what you may want to do is even create study groups, watch the videos, and then talk about what will I do with this now? It's not enough to just study the information. You've got to follow through. I want to encourage you to follow through. Years ago, Bob Proctor taught me that no amount of reading these success books, going to seminars, watching videos is going to bring you anything unless and until you understand it and apply it. So I teach in a way that gives such a simplistic understanding, but you must apply. All right. When you do, you're going to be in that lane with all the other successful people. So that's it for today. Just wanted to pop on and share that with you. I wish you a wonderful day, a successful day, and make sure that you're following through with what you're hearing right here.